Okay, here I am getting ready to cast some bullets for my 300 Blackout. I'm going to use the NOE mold. This guy right here. 309 153 grain SP. What that means, that makes a smooth bullet that comes out of there. These NOE molds are just a pleasure to use. And in the directions, he does suggest that you heat them up first. So I do. And mine don't want to stay on the hot plate that well, so I just throw a piece of lead ingot on there, and that holds them there. Then I'll have my gloves on to take it back off. Now, I don't run the hot plate all the time. I just run it in the beginning, because once I get them up to temperature, I keep working at it. I got my lube here that I'll put on my Q-tips right before I get ready to rock and roll on the first pour. And that lubes up the mold, takes care of it. NOE molds are a little more expensive than regular ones, but they'll last you a lifetime, and they're just, like I say, they're a pleasure to use. They even make a handle that I should have swapped the handles up. This is their handle, and it's got pins all the way through it so it doesn't come out. These are the Lee handles, which you can use the Lee handles with their molds. Problem is, as everybody that's ever molded with a 6-cavity Lee mold knows, the damn handles fall apart. But I'm going to drill that up with a bolt through them one of these days, or just next time I buy a mold, I'm going to pick up another couple set of handles from these guys. They're drilled. Is it hot yet? Where I can still touch it? Mine, for I think it's $250 option. See that there? That's a probe, and he'll tap that and put a set screw in it for you for the probe. And they sell these, this probe and this thermometer. What that's for is so you have a little more control about what's going on with your mold. You know what's going on. You're not guessing at the temperature. And mine seems to work the best for me around 375, 4 1/4, right around there is where I try to keep it. Now what I'm going to use for alloy, what I have in my pot, just turned it on, just warm it up, is from Roto. Half that and half of these ingots here that I just made out of scrap lead that I get from the junkyard, from barns, roofs and stuff they're tearing down. So it's not pure lead, but it's damn near pure lead, okay? Now, because I'm pushing these up to a little over 1,600 feet per second, I'm going to go with a little bit better mix alloy, I guess. I could probably go a little softer, but they're going to be powder coated, so they're not going to have to expand that much anyway. So that's what I do. That's how and I got my bucket ready. There's water in there. Put a little cover over the slit in there so it doesn't splash out at me. And I'll sit in this nice chair and sit there and rock and roll. And I'll try and take some pictures of that. I don't know how well they'll come out. I'll have to melt this down, flux it. I'll do 2 fluxings. The first one I'll do with wax, and it'll smoke like mad. And I wait for a day that the breeze is blowing, and you notice that I've got that door open and the window open and that door. There's a good breeze coming through here. All right. And then I'll have that fan over there blowing right across the floor at me. That does 2 things. A, it constantly keeps fresh air coming at me. And also, if I want to, I can hold the mold right there, and that fan will help cool it. But it's mostly for me. When I first started this, I was wearing masks and everything. I just couldn't move very well with all that stuff. I talked to my doctor about it. He's a gun nut too. He goes, as long as you do something that's reasonable, you won't have too much problem. And I have to go forget these blood tests, blood workups. Now, he tries to do it twice a year. I've got him down to once a year. So he said next time he does it, he'll just test me for lead. So if I have a lead problem, then I'll have to start watching out for it. But so far, so good. No great problems. But there it is. Now, it'll take that about 30 minutes to get ready to rock and roll. So, see you later.